Do you think now to reenact the same thing again? I mean, how challenging it will be there? Why should the people trust you? Because when they voted you last time, you gave it on platter to Shiv Sena. They wanted a change at that time.
Every election is a challenge. As far as the last time, why didn't we didn't claim for the mayor? The answer is very simple, that we don't have numbers. We have only numbers, that is 82. Apart from that, no other party has got the majority. And if we have told we have to go for claiming for a mayorship, we need to go into other parties, what do you say?
Support this. Yeah.
Not support also, we have to divide some parties, we have to poach some people, and we are not ready to do that. And therefore, in a given situation when we are with the Shiv Sena in a state government, and in corporation to poach or to try for poach not only of Shiv Sena but many other parties, to do that was not a right, correct thing to do. So we took a stand that we will be a paharekari, as
watchdog, right?
like a watchdog for the corporation and for the interest of the Mumbaikars. And we played that role successfully. And now since we have done that successfully, the numbers has been given in a good numbers last time. And last 5 years, we have done our job correctly as a watchdog. And apart from that, in last 5 years, what Shiv Sena could not deliver to the city, the taxpayers absolutely didn't get what they should have get. And therefore, we feel that this time, our strategy, our plan, and our work norms which we have decided, we will have a clear majority, and we are asking for a clear majority.
You said you have your strategies this time. Shiv Sena is already playing its strategies out, the limitation of wards and all. I mean, how do you see that is going to impact your chances, and what are your strategies to kind of now move ahead of Shiv Sena in the election?
The answer is when delimitation happens. One, if the census took place. Two, if natural boundaries gets divided. Three, if new development comes. Now all these three things is not there. All three things is missing. So what was the reason for MVA go for the delimitation? It is obvious that there is a fear in their mind that BJP may win. Now I have done the exact study of entire Mumbai's new delimitation. If I have to segregate the delimitation into two parts, it is simple as that. 96 wards of a sitting corporators, which was having the boundary in 2017, exactly the same is continued. So 96 ward has not changed. Remaining 140 wards, there is a change. That change means there is some addition, there is some delimitation, there may be cutting from all the three sides and creating a new ward. So there are multiple, what you can say, by ways by which this 140 ward must have been formulated. Now, see the disparity, the partiality which Shiv Sena tries to play. This is my second point to show that how they are in fear. In 96 wards, Shiv Sena continued their 53 wards of sitting corporators to be the exactly same. They could maintain only 24 wards of BJP to be exactly the same. Now see, in 84 number, Shiv Sena's 84 number, they are maintaining 53 wards to be the exact same by taking the feeling of the advantage of they can maintain that they can continue with their own numbers. But in BJP's 80 out of 82, they are only protecting 23. Protecting, I am using the word for the sake of brevity. Now if you take it to 140 wards, now in this 140 wards, the rest of 60 of BJP sitting, they wanted to divide, make a change. So there is a fear.
Sir, you said about delimitation, but in 2017, BJP had done, BJP in sense, BJP and Sena, both had done same ward boundary changes, and that time also there was no population census, and there was not much complaint against the...
After 2011, that was the first delimitation. So that's why technically we can say after census that was a delimitation. And again, that delimitation was happened when we both are in the power. In last 25 years, Shiva Sena could not get a majority by their own in last 25 years. Never. Their numbers are degrading. It was maximum 103 and minimum 72. So never in out of 227 they have crossed 114 by their own. So that is a fact. That was a mood of Mumbaikars. We in alliance was getting benefit from them and we were giving maximum benefit to them both way, and then we used to come to the power. By their own, they were never could be, or with the alliance also, on their own symbol, they could not cross the 114.
So now, are you kind of trying to explore the possibility of joining hands with MNS, irrespective of whatever reason? You know, they may have a very small presence or whatever, but as a teaser to the MVA.
So there is no discussion of having any alliance with anybody. Corporation elections, state elections, federal elections, everywhere people think differently. It's a more local elections if we take into consideration your argument, if these three comes together. So if Shiv Sena's candidate is there and Congress and NCP's candidates are not there, or their symbols are not there. So it's like a chemistry. So this election is going to be a more kind of a micro-managed election. And in that sense, Mr. Aditya Thackeray is a newcomer. With due respect to him as he being the minister, he hardly knows the Mumbai. He hardly knows the micro Mumbai. Have he ever even travelled throughout the Mumbai the way his father or the grandfather has done it? Hardly he knows about the facts of the Mumbai. That's why many issues which he has taken into are cut off from the Mumbaikars issues.
Yeah, but he'll be backed with a very strong team. I mean, that you cannot discount. And he
Without
will be a
Anil
face.
Parab, without Anil Desai,
Why?
having Varun Desai or whatever that Suraj Chavan team, there is already rift between them. They have already had the division within themselves. And I am not barking or keeping my argument on the same. I am only putting the fact. There is already rift between the Yuva Sena and Shiv Sena. There is no question of he being with me. There is a Mr. Fadnavis is a leader, Mr. Lodha is my president, and we have the team.
You have pointed out weaknesses of Sena, but what are you, how are you planning to, I mean...
As I say, it is a micro-managed election. So yes, I'm fearing, or rather I'm presuming, or I can see the picture where yes, the Muslim votes may go to Shiv Sena in large number this election. And we are working on that strategy.
How would you counter that?
It's not best way to declare it.
But how do you see? I mean, suddenly there is right word is to probably they slow down the metro work and coastal work happens when it kicked off. So how do you see that? काफी delay हो गया आपका जो.
Both the projects getting all the permissions, clearances and funding for the metro. The central government's funding is also there, or some of the NOCs. This all has been done by nobody else than Mr. Fadnavis. So these all both dream projects for the Mumbaikar have already started. This MVA government has become like a stay government. Now they are trying to take the credit of a metro. They have forgotten. Mumbai has not forgotten that they have done agitation to Girgaon. They have done agitation at Dadar. Why metro? Why underground metro? Coastal road also. They have started the work, but the kind of news and the reports which are coming itself proves that there is nothing else than a corruption going into the coastal road project. Forget me saying, the CAG has remade the remarks. The kind of boulder, the material which has been used, and the specification given by the consultant doesn't match. The consultancy given to Anil Deshmukh's relative, how it can be justifiable? From the quarries, which is not been approved quarries, and from approved quarries, what material they are taking, which is substandard material. These all the facts on the record. I fear the quality of the coastal road is a big question in coming days. So there is a question on coastal road and there is a delay on the metro road. Every time they are changing the place, I can't understand. They are ready to have RTO shade into RA, but not a car shade for a metro in RA. So there is no clear vision. Now they have jumped to third project, that is desalination project. When in Mumbai itself, the underground water level, and there is an authority to do this at the specification, I forgot about that authority, which has very clearly stated that the water loss in Mumbai is at the tune of 2,100 crore. And you are not saving that water, and you are going for a desalination which is a 1,900 crores project. Achha, what is the plan after desalination of water? Where is the water lines to carry it back to the city? How we are going to do that? In last 12 months, you have already cut 6,000 trees into the Mumbai city in 12 months. How we have not saved that? If you can answer, then you divert it. But in this election, we are going to go very politely, very genuinely to all voters, and we have started that.
But since the time MLA has come to power, the central agencies, be it CBI, income tax, or ED, have become extremely active. Is it a mere coincidence because they have been booking cases like left, right, and center? Or is there something more to it because MLA is claiming that they are being targeted? And to that extent, if you see that most of these scams happened when BJP was in power. So why was action delayed so much? As in, like now, it again, as Mohammed said, it looks as if BJP is not comfortable in, being the opposition, party, being in opposition, and the way the cases are being booked. What do you have to say about that?
As you said, the actions have started not after 2019. The ED, CBI, IT, everybody is into action after 2014. When Mr. Modi ji has made a commitment to the nation that khaunga nahi, khane dunga nahi. After that, a couple of years has gone to change the laws, amend the laws, make the new laws, make it more stricter. So we will take that after 2016-17, when the homework has been done correctly. When we will see that the demonetization has happened. So it has gone stepwise. What you see, the year as on today while asking me a question, which is a part of the process of going into an action day by day, and which is happening throughout the country. As far as actions is concerned, if the actions is wrong, there are courts on which one can go. There are people who have got the orders also. I don't want to name ABC. They have got the order also. There are orders which has gone against the investigating agencies also. There are orders which has gone against the person also who is trying to go to for the protection. So in all possibilities, since I cannot defend the notices given to me, therefore I am making a claim which is a political encounter, will not resolve the issue.
Recent event of criticism about how Mumbai mayor visited the cylinder blast victims after 72 hours, and then that led to an FIR against you.
My choice of word was not wrong. Let me be very candid about the same. I never took it personally, not even I am taking it personally now. When they are answerless, they make these issues of sentiments. That is Shiv Sena style. If you will raise a question, they will not like it. Don't ask us a question, we are the king. And when they cannot reply, then the king will come with the logic, I say that you are a drohi, which is not the correct. My question was to the authorities. It was never to the person. You being a mayor, you have to answer it. You being a standing committee chairman, you have to answer it. You being a health committee chairman, you have to answer it. Now health committee chairman is also happens to be a lady. She never took it in that sense. The mayor took it in that sense because the political bosses thought in that way. That is, I presume. I'll fight it legally correct. I don't want to say anything more than that when the matter is in the court.
Do you think there is a case for splitting into smaller corporations?
BJP is for the corporation which is functioning, which has a very good network, very good system, and I think BMC as a system is very good. Those who are in power in corporation, they are not managing it correctly. So we are against that, people who are in power.
Aren't they too bogged down with, so many now capital investment projects are also there. So many things going on in BMC.
See, it has not been planned correctly. These two people can explain it correctly. Never it has happened that you have gone into the reserves. Never it has happened that you are taking the loan. What kind of management they are saying? This is the point for us to campaign in the corporation election, which we are going to do it. Never it has happened that you are taking like a sort of कर्जा. When you are saying that कि आप हमको घर बना के दो, हम आपको promissory note type देते हैं, आप उसको encash करो. Rather, I say this is against the BMC Act. BMC Act doesn't allow that. So there are decisions which is happening which is against the spirit and letter of BMC Act. BMC Act doesn't allow the underground tunnel roads which they are doing in coastal road. This is observation of CAG, not me. When we will come into the power, we are going to do that. This below 500 square feet free will be for everybody in the city. Means except the higher end bungalows and very, very, very rich people, everybody who is staying in 1000 square foot, 500 will be free. They will be allowed to only pay 500. If somebody is staying in 750 square feet, 500 square foot will be free. They have to pay only 250. Why not that benefits to everyone?
So recently 12 MLAs का जो issue था, Supreme Court kind of asked your got your back. So there was also like a lot of people were saying that even in the center where Rajya Sabha MPs had been suspended, which was in a sense like you all criticized 12 MLAs being suspended here, but the same thing was being done at the central level. So how do you respond to that?
We should understand these are the two different actions. When we have been suspended, we have not been given a chance to present our case. There was never a privileges committee. There was never a privileges committee summons to us, or there was never even our application has been considered by the chair. Here in this case, those who has been pointed, they have been given a chance to present themselves before the privileges committee. There was a quasi-judicial proceeding going on, and then the action has taken place. And that's why exactly the 3 judges bench has come up so heavily on the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi.